I don't wanna overthink, so I should chill, watch a movie and drink. Look around, I don't see people who think anymore. I got four bras and they all that, we call that. All right, welcome guys to Tell Me More About It. It's your host, Larry and Vernon.
How's it going?
If it's your guys' first time watching this podcast, we want to say thank you for tuning in to our podcast. If you guys been watching it on the regular, thank you as well. Hit that subscribe button if it's your first time watching our video, because we have plenty of content coming out, and the content that we release to you guys is entertaining. We like to keep the podcast short, simple, and sweet. We're going to get right into it. So our first segment of the day, or of the night, it is nighttime right now, of the night is advice of the day.
Yep. So the advice of today is the secret to success is very simple. Start taking action now. Later will turn into never, and never leads to regret. So what that means is there's people that will say, dang, I really want to do this. I really want to do that. But they keep making excuses. And then they're like, I'll get to it later. I'll get to it later. Well, pretty soon later runs out. And then once it's regret, that's hard to live with when you know you should have did something, but you didn't. So take action, get to work.
Again, tell me more about a community. We want to emphasize chasing your dreams. So go out there, do it now. Our next segment of the day is my segment, Meme of the Day. And basically what it is Vernon and I send each other a meme. You see our sincere first reaction of the meme that we send each other, and you guys just see our reaction. It's something that's give you guys a smile, a laugh, of the day, because we all deserve to smile each and every day. So I'm gonna go first. With that being said,
let's see what we got today.
And I've been telling Vernon, the memes on the internet lately have been great. So I got like 8 or 9 in my vault right now. Here's one. See what he thinks. I just sent it.
When the burrito maker starts skipping on chicken and rice, so you gotta let them know who's ball. Is he under? Is he?
Yes. This man went under the thing. They tell him you gotta put some more chicken up in there.
That was all right. Yeah, that was all right.
I guarantee.
If it was, it would have been more funny. But because I didn't know what store it was or restaurant, it wasn't as fun.
It's this. You get it, but okay, that's fine. Let me know what you guys think, if it was funny or not.
Now, let's see if you laugh at this one. This one's all right. I think this one it's average. It's average.
No, we don't do average on this podcast. It's only funny. Unless it's a fail.
You're just.
Oh, what is this? All right, it says, when you already eaten and somebody says, let's pray. That's not funny. But
what?
At the same time, it's all right. Yeah, it's all right. I give you that. It's all right. Because it is kind of funny, because you be looking around like, oh, I'm already eating. And he trying to swallow.
Was fail meme of the day. They all can't be great ones, folks.
No, mine was a good one, guys. We both know when the chicken dude starts skimming your burrito, you like, excuse me?
I asked for extra chicken, so I don't really have that issue.
I asked for extra chicken too, but I want them to put the same energy in the first scoop as the second scoop. The same energy. Don't play with me. Dip up in there.
Well, that's you. That's not me. I don't want them messing with my food.
Oh, let us know who won today, or if it was fail. Put Team Larry, Team Vernon. But we're going to get right into it. The main topic of the day is just an update video on what's been going on with our lives, guys, how we've been doing, how we've been holding up with this virus, what we've been up to, and how we're feeling. Whatever we want to add on the update, we're just giving you an update. Because at the end of the day, Vernon and I are 2 entrepreneurs, and we want to show our progress on how we're doing. And I think this is our podcast number 20. So you guys can, if you guys want to go back and see the progress, you're more than welcome to. But I'm gonna let Vernon go ahead and go first on what's he been up to. What's up, big dog? What you been up to?
Been up to a lot lately. Man, I'll tell you guys straight off the bat. Once you really start getting into it, we're still beginner entrepreneurs, but once you get rolling and you start trying to get a routine, at least for me, I quickly found out that that's not going to happen. Not right now. Not with the business. I do digital marketing, and that's not going to happen right now. It's just chaotic. There's a lot of stuff going on. And right now, I'm just trying to figure out how do I go about making sure I get the sleep that I need. In past podcasts, we had talked about how you need sleep, you need to relax.
Right.
But sometimes it's easier said than done, because it's like when you really get into it, you're just like, I could just get this and this done. And then you just keep going. So sometimes I just got to tell myself, like, you know what? No, I'm done. So for any of you that have started your journey and listen to some past podcasts, we want to hear from you guys as well and how you're dealing with that as well. But for me, that's what I'm struggling with a little bit right now. But to get more on a positive note, I'm still moving forward. I'm still learning a lot, and I'm enjoying what I'm doing. And I recently stopped working at my job to pursue this full time, which I know for some that may not be a big deal, but I haven't worked in a place for 4 years. So just, and no, I'm going to put everything I have into this business was like huge for me. And I did it. And I'm actually happy I did. Like, I'm a lot happier that I did it. So I say that to say, take the risk, take the jump, because especially for millennials, younger generation, you're not always going to have this opportunity. Because as you get older, what happens? More responsibilities. You could have a family. You could have bills, mortgages that you have to pay. So take advantage of the time you have now, because it will not always be here. Or I don't even want to say that. It could be here, but it's going to be harder because you're going to have way more responsibility. So, and other than that, working out, I tell you, working out has been harder because especially when you get into the business, it's just like, dang, I'm tired and now I got to work out. I used to work out every day. Now I'm at like, I try to get in 3 workouts a week, but even that's like tiring. So just managing that, learning how to do that. And Larry started up school and is still being an artist, and he's doing a studio. I'm doing the business, trying to sell, trying to figure all this stuff out. And then I do stuff just to make a little bit money part-time, but that's not full-time. So it's like we're getting to the point now where we're like, dang, we got to do the podcast still. And it's like, it's tiring. It's just like, it's time to get all this stuff ready for the podcast. But the podcast is enjoyable, and we want you guys to get motivated to go and pursue your dream as well. So we're doing that as well. So it's a lot going on, but I don't say that to sound negative. They're all good problems. So everything's good on this end. I just got to work on getting sleep. That's the main thing I need to buckle down and do. But what about you?
Yeah, man. So with me, school started back up, and I'm taking 6 classes. So that's 18 credit hours. So I'm trying to get my feet wet, trying to figure out how I'm going to tread on this my last year in school. Just figuring out how much time I'm gonna have to put into each class. So that's new. But the good thing is these classes, they seem like I'm going to enjoy them, especially music production class. I'm actually in a studio. We're going over the main focus for this semester will be pop music. So learning about like what was we listening to, like 21 Pilots and other bands. Other bands trying to figure out like how they mastered the sound, whether it be when it comes to the reverbing or the delays. just all the little small details behind the music. So we're going to focus on producing for bands, and we're going to have a couple bands come in. And we're going to produce them. The good thing is, it's just 3 people in that class, so it's just mostly me. Like I'm getting more attention because it's only 3 people and 1 teacher. So, but besides school, um, the studio's coming along. We just finished the electricity part of it, so now we gonna put up. There's something to make the walls thicker so you can't hear the music. I don't know if it's gonna be foam or something that make the walls thicker. Insulation. I'm just gonna keep saying insulation because I don't know what we're gonna do yet. But the inspector, to make sure we did the wiring correctly, he comes on Tuesday. So yeah, I got that going on. So that's like Brendan just said, I'm in school doing my music. I haven't been writing, guys. Honestly, I've been taking it easy. I haven't been inspired. I haven't like felt like, oh, I want to write, because honestly, writing is kind of getting boring to me. I want to learn how to make beats, play and play the piano, man. Like just do something else besides writing, because it's getting a little boring for me. But I just sound negative. It's just everyone has their own cup of tea. I've been writing nonstop for 2 years now, so why not dibble and dabble in something else? I might like making beats more. So just dibble and dabble, guys. You don't have to like, a good way to put it was, my uncles had said, I have like all these tools in a toolbox, right? Because I'm an artist. So you got instruments, you got the audio engineering, you got the writing, you got the singing, you got the rapping. And he's like, it looks like you're only playing with 1 tool in the toolbox. There's plenty of tools in the toolbox. So I just want to see what their tools feels like. Is it better than the other one? So yeah. And lastly, working out. Working out is getting hard too, because I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it, but it makes me feel better. Helps me feel better about myself. Like Vernon said, I don't know whether he said it's good to get you mentally prepared for the rest of the day, but it does. I feel like I have clarity after I finish working out. So yeah, that's what I've been up to.
Yeah. Were you saying something else?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
And those of you that this is your first time watching us, Larry is an artist. So if there's any of you that feel discouraged because everyone's laughing at you because you want to do music and all this other stuff, don't listen to him. Please don't. And both of us can attest to that. Larry and I have known each other for a long time. I remember when he first said he wanted to be an artist, and I was like, all right. So when he first said it, it was just kind of like he was saying it, to where he is now, and he's about to have a studio. Same with the podcast. We have been talking about the podcast for a long time.
Yeah.
But we kept talking about it, and to the point that we're actually doing it. And now we're going to have an area where we can actually do the podcast.
So can't wait to show you guys that. That's going to be awesome. You guys are going to be impressed, really. I hope so.
So I say that to say, like, don't allow others to dictate what you can and can't do. You just gotta get into it and do it. Now, that's not saying it's going to happen in the time frame that you want, because Larry, this has been how long have you been? When is it that you first decided, like, hey, I want to do music? Exactly.
Well, I have been rapping since about 18, but I started taking serious 2 years ago, October, sometime in October. So
yeah. So 2 years just to get to the point to where he's doing the studio, but he's taking it seriously. The business that I'm doing, everybody's saying, yeah, this isn't going to work. This isn't going to work. This isn't going to work. But you can't listen to that. Like, if I could show you, which you can go back in our podcast and look from where both of us started to where we are, it's completely different. You just got to keep going and join us, please, because we'll continue to motivate you. Like, please don't listen to the haters and the naysayers, because you can do it. There's people that do it every day. Yeah. You got to do it. So I wanted to end what I had to say with that, because I feel like, especially in today's time, it's so easy to get on social media and hear people say like, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that, and just talking bad about all these other people. But
Yeah.
like we said in past podcasts, people that are talking about other people are just disappointed because they wish they were doing what you're doing, and they're not. So that goes back to what I said at the start. Take action. If you have any questions for Larry and I, just send us an email. Tell us, because we want to get to it and we want to help you. You're a piece of the puzzle. I'm going to say that over and over and over again. You're a piece of the puzzle, and we need all the pieces, especially for the future. There's a lot that's happened this year, and there's a lot we can do to change and help. But we need you to bring what you add to the table, and that's who you are. So.
Yeah, man, I really can't wait until we start getting like older. Because guys, we plan on doing this podcast as long as the time allows us to do it, and internet, whatever. But I can't wait to burn until we see some success and we get maybe like to our 20s or upper 20s, man, and then we can really give advice to my field and your field, man. I can't wait for that. I'm speaking that into existence right now because that would be dope. That would be dope.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Especially when you can't see a whole lot of people. Like, I don't know about Vernon's industry, but I know when it comes to music industry, once you make it, artists tend to delete their old stuff, like their old stuff. Hopefully I don't do that. Hopefully somebody tells me, no, keep that up there so they can see the progress, like my stuff, early stuff. So.
Yeah. And like I said, you guys are going to see all of our progress, because we're not stopping the podcast. We're going to keep doing it. And I hope it inspires some of you at least to get out there and do it. Because when I tell you, just the people that I've met, the people I've seen just from starting my business is insane. It's insane. And it's eye-opening. And it's like a great feeling, because you're like, dang, I didn't even think this was possible. Like, I had thought about it, but it's actually starting to happen. Now, that's not to say it's going to be easy, but yeah, like Larry was saying, the longer we go and do this, the more you'll see how we change, because we're not always going to be like this. We're about to move to a studio.
Mm-hmm.
So we're moving a little bit there. It's just progression, and it's not quick progression. It takes time.
Right.
So notice that we're not saying we're doing all this stuff in 2 months. We're talking in years, because it takes time to grow. So that's why I say the sooner you start, the sooner you'll get there. The longer you take, the longer you're not gonna be where you're trying to be.
Unless you just that lottery pick, you just pick it up and boom. But most of us gotta take that steady jog, that marathon.
Yep.
And we like to end this podcast. You have anything else you want to say?
No, I'm good.
We like to end this podcast with our segment called Things to Think About. And you want to go? I'll go first. What you want to do? Either one.
It's all you.
And I have this quote. I don't know who wrote the quote, but the quote is, "Everyone wants to be the sun to lighten up everyone's life, but why not be the moon to brighten someone's life in the darkest hour?" So, just something to think about.
That's deep. Where did you find that from?
I'm not telling you.
Well, that's deep. That's some archive stuff. You went deep for that one.
Yeah, I looked around for that one.
Mine is, and this was interesting because I was like, who knew? And that just shows how like big perspective is. 4 times more people speak English as a second language than as a native one.
4 times.
English,
Say it again.
4 times more people speak English as a second language than as a native one. That's insane.
Yeah, that's crazy. It just shows you how popular the English language is.
Yeah. But it also shows you they're speaking it as a second language. Like in English, like since we grew up in the United States, you just kind of think like, yeah, everyone speaks English. But then you go to different parts of the world and you're like, this your second language? That's eye-opening. Because it just shows that we're only one country. There's like so many different other countries out there.
Yeah. What I'd be curious to find out is how many languages there are in general. That'd be kind of crazy. If there's like over 70 something, that'd be crazy.
Yeah, I wouldn't be learning all that. There's no.
I will learn maybe one other language. That's about it. So, guys, let us know what you think on today's podcast. If you like today's podcast, hit that like button and that subscribe button. We're always looking to broaden our community and give you guys some helpful advice. Be there for you guys along the way, like you guys are there for us. My name is Larry. My other co-host name is Vernon.
Yep.
And we are out.
See you soon.
Peace.
You can be anybody you wanna be.